The Pittsburgh Steelers fall in somewhat gut-wrenching fashion here at Acrisure Stadium to the Baltimore Ravens. It was a game that certainly wasn't pretty for the Pittsburgh Steelers on both sides of the ball. You lose Kenny Pickett in the first drive, essentially, deals with a concussion, comes back onto the field, plays one more drive, and then leaves. Mike Tomlin explained it, saying that he just wasn't showing symptoms, and therefore he didn't need to leave the game. He cleared concussion protocol and was able to return. He's now in the protocol. We won't speak to him for at least 5 days, I would imagine, possibly later. I would be surprised. This is his second concussion of the season if Kenny Pickett returns next week against the Carolina Panthers. But there's a lot more that went on here in Pittsburgh. The defense unable to stop the Baltimore Ravens no matter what they tried to do. You lose Tyler Huntley to a vicious hit by Minkah Fitzpatrick, one that had everybody fired up. And then Brown Jr. comes in for the Ravens, and Miles Jack explained it to me. You knew that they were going to run the football every single play, and still they were unable to stop the Ravens, something that they need to figure out. Right now, everybody says it's too soon to say what is wrong with the Steelers, what the issue is with the run game, and what they need to fix moving forward. But it's not a pretty sight leaving Acrisure Stadium right now. Now, there are a couple of good things. One, George Pickens is back, it looks like. I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so. I knew that he was going to have a big game. He looked to outmatch no matter who he was on. Thought he was going to score a touchdown at least once, maybe twice. Pat Freiermuth is walking around in a walking boot, but I don't imagine that is a serious injury, and one that the Steelers could hopefully overcome rather soon. And then on top of that, everybody here believes that this season is still alive. That even with the loss to the Ravens, it's not over. And that everybody is very optimistic of what's to come for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the next couple of weeks. Look it, the Steelers could win out and still finish 9-8 and have an opportunity to make the postseason. Nothing is impossible for this team right now. The season is not over. It's still very much alive. It's still very much in control for the Steelers. They're going to need a lot of help. A loss to the Ravens is not a good way to start, but you lose your quarterback in the first drive, it's really, really hard to overcome. You got to look at this game and say, yeah, it was a loss, but it could have been way worse. You held a team to 17 points. If your backup quarterback doesn't throw 3 interceptions, you likely win. And if you could stop a Baltimore Ravens run game that might be the best in the NFL on a 3rd and short, you walk away with one more opportunity to put this game on your favor, to walk away winners. They couldn't get it done here, but I think that the sky is still blue, even though it's very gloomy in Pittsburgh, for the Steelers. Heading to Carolina, I don't know. Things don't feel too over yet.